Hello, welcome back to 1969 Payoff Pitch Baseball. Today I'm going to record the first game for the channel for the Cincinnati Reds in 1969. I have been doing both teams, and so far I've only been recording the Orioles, but today it is Saturday, April the 19th, 1969. The Atlanta Braves are in town for three games, one game today and a doubleheader on Sunday. We just came from Atlanta and took 3 of 4 last weekend. And today's matchup is Phil Niekro versus Tony Cloninger, which was last Sunday, the first game of the doubleheaders matchup. And the Reds won 7-1. So hopefully we will be able to get to Niekro today. Earlier today, the Orioles got beat for the second time in a row by Washington in Washington. So as of now, the Orioles are in second place, tied with Washington, both teams 7-5, having a hard time with the Senators, with new manager Ted Williams. As of now, the Yankees are overperforming at 6-3, but of course it's early. In the West, Minnesota is 7-2. The expansion Seattle Pilots are 4-4, and the expansion Kansas City Royals are 4-5. In the National League, the Mets are 7-3. The Pirates and Cardinals come in at 6-4. And then in the West, San Francisco, who we lost to on Wednesday of this week, is 6-3. Houston 7-4, and we are one game behind at 4-3. So let's get to the game here.
Replay Radio is live from Cincinnati. Top of the first.
So here you can see I'm using Replay Baseball PC to enter my stats and everything. So the presentation on Replay PC Baseball is just great. I mean, you can download the pictures and the logos, and they do a really good job of getting everybody in the right hats. It's actually amazing. I don't know where they get those. To me, cards and dice, computer games, Replay is the best hands down, with Stratomatic a distant second. So you can see there, that's kind of what we got going on with that. And then we will transition back here to the tabletop. And this will be where we'll stay for the most of the game. All right. So Tony Cloninger, who came over to the Reds mid-season last year from the Braves, again has pitched just that one game last Sunday. So he is 1-0 with a 1.35 ERA. And he will lead off against Philippe Alou. Philippe Alou is batting a measly 189 with 1 home run and 3 RBIs. So this game started. So 10 is ballpark. Crosley Field is a hitter's park. That's 48. So that's going to be in Philippe Alou's wheelhouse versus righties. He's got some little pop, but 40 is just out of the range of 36. So that will be a ground ball to Tony Perez at third. And we have one away. So Philippe Alou, he had the game winner of the one game the Braves did win last weekend. So that'll bring up the Atlanta second baseman, Felix Milan. He is batting 261, no home runs, no RBIs, no walks. So 261 is also his on-base percentage. So he's got patient 47. That's just out of the range of 44. So that would be a fly ball to Pete Rose in right field. And we have 2 away. Hank Aaron, who beat up on us pretty good last weekend. He is batting 357, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. Right now, 4 is the leader in NL and home runs. Cameron Aink still had a great season at 35 years old. So 5 is in play, 37, and that will be a ground ball to May at first. He will take it to the bag himself. And the Braves are retired in order. 3 unassisted. After half an inning, the Braves nothing. Cincinnati coming to bat. And the Reds will lead off here with Bobby Tolen. Recent acquisition from St. Louis. He had a tremendous breakout year this year. He had a great year, and he didn't do that well in limited playing time in St. Louis, so he was a pleasant surprise this year for the Reds. He's playing center field. So far, he's only batting .406 with 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. So Phil Niekro has had 2 starts. He is 0-1 with a .675 ERA, but he had a much better year than that. In real life, he was .256, 23 and 13, with a save thrown in for good measure. So hopefully we can keep him on the ropes here this game. 2 is wheelhouse, 57, and that will be a single for Bobby Tolen. And I say that's an infield single. Again, my homemade rule. If the lower die is a 1 and then the single digit 10 is less than their run rating, it's an infield single. I just don't think the game has enough infield singles. So that's kind of how I make up for that. As usual, I'm open to any suggestions or comments about some of these homemade rules. So Bobby Tolen has a 2, so that will be a lead for him. He has a C. Didier, the Brave catcher, is a 4. So he will get the lead. And it will be C4. In real life, he had 26 stolen bases and was caught 12. So C4, that's going to be pretty good opportunity for him. And he gets a 62. Which will be stolen. 27-99 is a stolen base for C4. So he will steal second base. I believe that's his first stolen base of the year. So the Reds are in business here in the first. Stolen base number 1. Bobby Tolen. And that'll bring up Alex Johnson, who is in a horrible slump. He is 2 for 27 so far with an impressive .074 average. They got Cepeda in at first base. I think we're going to hit away, though. So let's see if we can get him out of his slump here. So 8 is tough, 85, and that will be a ground ball to shortstop, which won't be able to advance the runner according to the rules. So Tolen has to hold at second, and Alex Johnson continues to struggle at the plate. Pete Rose is batting .290, no home runs, 4 RBIs. 11 is ballpark 72, so that will be in play for Pete, just barely. So in play against a righty, he is good up to 39 and 44. And that's a line out to Sonny Jackson at shortstop. So Pete Rose hits it hard right at the shortstop. And the Reds are in danger of wasting a leadoff single and stolen base. Tony Perez is batting .290, but noticeably with no home runs. And Johnny Bench, who is due up next, has no home runs as well. And Alex Johnson has no home runs. So far the Cincinnati offense has not been what it needs to be. So obviously Necro will pitch to Tony Perez with Johnny Bench on deck. So that's a 6, and that's going to be a tough out. 67, and that will be a ground ball to second base. Felix Milan grabs it, throws on to Cepeda at first. And Phil Necro retires 3 in a row. And the Reds strand an important runner. So no runs, a hit, no errors, 1 runner left. After 1 inning, we have no score. So Orlando Cepeda will lead off for the Braves here in the top of the second against Tony Cloninger. Cepeda is originally with the Giants, spent some time with St. Louis. Trying to do some damage here in Atlanta. So far, he's batting .273 with a home run and 4 RBIs. So we got a tough 11, and that will be a strikeout swinging. Again, for me, if the 2 D6s are even, it's swinging. If it's odd, it's looking. So again, just to add a little bit of fun for me. So you get Cepeda swinging, and there's 1 away. Clete Boyer, former Yankee, batting .289, a home run, 5 RBIs, a couple walks. So that would be a 7 patient, 47, and that will be a single for Clete Boyer. And his steal number is 4, and so with a 7, he won't be going anywhere. That brings up left fielder Bob Aspromonte. He's batting .429, 6 hits and 14 at bats. Limited playing time. His home run, 3 RBIs. So it's the sacrifice. He needs a 12 to sacrifice here with 1 out. I don't think he will, even if he gets the roll, but he doesn't. So we'll let him hit away. See, Clete Boyer steals F, so I think we won't worry about the hit and run. His double play rating is 6. Cloninger's is 8. 8 is patient, 50, and that's just out of the range. That will be a ground ball to 5. He's an 8, so that will be a 5-4 fielder's choice. Clete Boyer takes out Tommy Helms at second base, not able to get the throw on to first. Breaks up the double play. That's the second out. Fielder's choice for Aspromonte. He's a 3 on his steal number. We got an 8, so he will be holding tight. That'll bring up the shortstop, Sonny Jackson. .229, no home runs, 2 RBIs. He's got 3 stolen bases and 4 attempts. 4 is in play. 5, that will be a single. We have 2 outs. Boyer's a 6, and as I've said before, I've changed the rule to where you have to have a 7 to automatically get 2 bases with 2 outs. I felt like that was more accurate. The pitchers are rated 6 running, so I felt like too many people was getting the extra base. So, but he could get it on the roll. He got a 1, and that will actually be 1 base. That could be a infield hit. And so that's a 5, and so that actually is an infield hit. So we got a 5, so I look at the single and kind of judge from that. So that's a soft blooper to short the field that they hit to. So we'll say that that's a dribbler down the first base line, just past the pitcher. Helms is not able to get it. So Sonny Jackson is on first with an infield single. First and second and 2 out for Bob Didier. He's batting .192, no home runs, 2 RBIs. Cloninger looking to get out of trouble here in the top of the second. 8 is patient, 63. If he had been a lefty, that would have been a hit. Actually, that'd have been a walk. So, but as a righty, he is out of range, so 63 will be a ground ball to short. Cheney, who is playing for Woodward today, grabs it, throws on to May, and that retires the side. So the Braves leave a couple runners on with 2 base hits. We go to the bottom of the second, 0-0. Johnny Bench will lead off here in the bottom of the second inning against Phil Niekro. Johnny Bench is batting .240, no home runs, 1 RBI. So he's not off to the greatest start. So 9 is in play. 73 will be, he pops it up to Philippe Alou in center field, and there's 1 away. Lee May, big first baseman for the Reds, is batting .214, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Here in Crosley Field, they ought to be more offense than the Reds have been generating as of late. So 5 is patient. 94. And that will be a fly ball out to Aspermonte in left field. And 2 fly balls and 2 outs. Tommy Helms is off to a pretty good start. He's batting .387, no home runs, 3 RBIs. Between him and Bobby Tolen, about the only offense the Reds have been able to generate. So that's ballpark 22, so that will be in the wheelhouse of Tommy Helms, who of course is one of the least hitters, so he needs a 31 or less, and he gets a 25, so he gets a single. So a 2-out base hit for Tommy Helms. He improves his average to .406. And that'll bring up Darrell Cheney, who is getting his first at-bat of the year. He's giving Woody Woodward, the normal shortstop, the day off. So see if he can come through in the replacement. Oh, I didn't look at Tommy Helms. He is a 4D. I didn't look. And that's a 5, so he won't be going anywhere. So here's Cheney. 6 is a tough out, so that's an automatic out, and he would have struck out anyway. So that's struck out swinging. So Niekro baffles him with the knuckleball. His first strikeout today for Phil Niekro. No runs, a hit. 1 runner left. After 2, no score. Phil Niekro will lead off here in the top of the third against Tony Cloninger, former Brave, Milwaukee and Atlanta Brave. Niekro hit .211 and 95 at-bats in real life, so he can handle the bat. He's a 9 on the pitching hitting card. So that's a patient 24, and that will be a base hit. Let's see, that would be... Yeah, we'll say that that's just a hit. So Phil Niekro leads off. Not what you, with a hit, not what you wanted for Tony Cloninger. So you got Philippe Alou. He will sacrifice if he rolls a 12. He had 4 sacrifice bunts in real life, and he doesn't. So we'll let him hit away. He's got a double play rating of 6. So 8 is patient. 71 will be out of range, and that will be a fly ball out to Bobby Tolen. He runs over, grabs it, and the Reds get the all-important first out of the inning. That'll bring on Felix Milan. He flew out to Pete Rose in the second. The Reds are at double play depth. Felix Milan, he's got a double play rating of 6. So 3 is defense. That's 46, which will be an error check on the first baseman. Lee May's error is 3. So we see here 1 to 45 will be an error. Anything over that will be an out. That's a 57, so he gets in the out range. And so 8 is a ground ball, and the runner advances. So that's a slow roller to May. He's able to make the play, but Niekro will advance to second base. So he's going to make that unassisted. So we'll say that he tagged Felix on the way down the base path gently, so we don't have any turmoil. That's the second out for the Braves with Phil Niekro at second base. He runs 6, as all pitchers do in this game. So we got Hank Aaron up, first base open. I got Orlando Cepeda, who's not quite the hitter Aaron is, but I think we'll go ahead and take our chances with Hank Aaron. Always a dangerous hitter. 10 is ballpark. 35, and that's in his wheelhouse. So that's not good. 1 to 75. He's got a 2-run home run. 49, and it's gone. So that's 9. So I do, just for my mind's eye, I do the double. So that's an opposite field shot. So Hank Aaron hits a line drive to right field and powers it out. That's his 4th home run of the season, and the Braves go up 2-0. So that leadoff hit to the pitcher, Phil Niekro, hurt. So that will tie Aaron with the lead league. I think McCovey and Mays are the ones that have 4 already. But now Hank Aaron will join them here on a Saturday afternoon in April. Alrighty, maybe we should have walked him. That probably would have been a home run for 49. That had been a double for Cepeda. Alright, Orlando Cepeda steps to the plate. He struck out swinging to lead off the second inning. And that's patient 56. So a little wild from Cloninger. But Cloninger will go after it and hit a blooper out to Pete Rose. And that will end the inning. Not before the Braves can muster 2 on a Hank Aaron opposite field homer. Bottom of the 3rd. Atlanta 2, Cincinnati nothing. So Cloninger will lead off for the Reds here in the bottom of the 3rd. See if he can lead off the inning with a hit like his opponent Niekro did. Cloninger is a 6 hitter. He batted 167. He did have 1 home run and a stolen base in the real 1969. So far he is, oh yeah, he has a home run. He had a 3-run home run in that game last Sunday in Atlanta. I had forgotten about that. So that he was a big part of why they won pitching and hitting. So 6 is a tough out, so that's going to be out either way, but tough against on the 6 is going to be a strikeout swinging. So Niekro remembered that home run and delivered his best pitch. That'd be 1 away for Bobby Tolen, who singled, had an infield single, stole second, and was promptly left there by the heart of the Cincinnati lineup. So that's an 8. That's tough, 77. And that will be a fly ball to center field. Lou takes a couple steps back, reaches up and grabs it. So I'm in the wrong column there. So 2 away for Alex Johnson. He had batted .315, 17 home runs in real life. So he is really underperforming. So a start like this, it may be tough for him to get back to where he needs to be. But he could start now if he would like. So that's an in-play 89, and that would be a fly ball to left field. Well, he's just getting bad rolls. And that will do it for the Reds as they go in order for the first time today. After 3 complete, 2-0, Atlanta. Clete Boyer will lead off the top of the 4th. He singled and was erased on a fielder's choice by Bob Aspromonte. He's got his average up over 300 at 308. 6 is tough, 75. And that will be a fly ball out to Tolen. Steps to his left, pulls it in. 1 away. Bob Aspromonte. He hit the aforementioned fielder's choice to Tony Perez at third base. 8 is patient. 13, and that will be a walk. That's the first walk of the season for Bob Aspromonte. He's got a 3, and we got an 8 there on the dice, so he will not be trying to steal. That was a walk. Walk is green. Hits are red. So Sonny Jackson. He only has a 5 double play rating, so we'll let him swing away here. He did have a single back in the 2nd inning. So that's a 4, which is in play. 78 will be a fly ball out to Tolen. Well, Bobby Tolen is busy out there in center field today as he grabs another one for the 2nd out of the inning. Brave catcher Bob Didier, he grounded out to Darrell Cheney at second base, or shortstop rather, to end the 2nd inning. So that's an in-play 94, and he will fly out to Pete Rose. Pete Rose calls for it, grabs it, and the Braves are retired here in the top of the 4th. So we got no runs, no hits, no errors. They did leave 1 on the walk. Here we go to the bottom of the 4th. 3, 4, and 5 up for the Reds here this inning. Trying to figure out Phil Niekro here as they go through the 2nd time through the lineup. Pete Rose hit it hard but lined it right to Sonny Jackson in the 1st inning. That's an in-play 34, and that will be a single for Pete Rose. So Pete Rose leads off here with a all-important single. Pete's a 4D on his stealing, so he's got a 7, so he won't be stealing. Tony Perez, who is a double play candidate at 7. He does have 3 sacrifice hits, so we'll roll. If he gets a 12, he will sacrifice. And he doesn't, so we'll let him hit away. They do have Clete Boyer in at 3rd, just in case. They're expecting possible butt. But Perez will be hitting away, so he got a 9 in play, 91. Will be a ground ball to Sonny Jackson at shortstop. We rolled a 9, so that won't be enough for the double play, but he will toss it to Felix Milan at second base. And so Tony Perez hits into the 6-4 fielder's choice, able to avoid the double play at least. So he's a 3B, but we got a 9 on the dice, so he won't be running. Johnny Bench, as the Braves are in double play depth here with 1 away. Johnny Bench flew out to Felix Milan to lead off the second inning. So that's an in play, 14. That could be good. So that's a single. But we got a 1. So runner on first only advances 1 base. So the Reds have runners on first and second, with 1 out for Lee May. Obviously after Lee May, well, Tommy Helms is having a good year, but he's not Lee May, so hopefully we can get some clutch hitting here from Lee May. Phil Niekro trying to buckle down. So 3 is defense, 68. Check that out. So 68 will be an error rating on the third baseman. Clayton Boyer is a 3. So here at Crosley Field, 1-45 will be an error. And he gets a 52, which will be an out. That's an 8. So that will be a ground ball, runner's advance. So that's a slow roller to Cleet Boyer. The only play he has is first base. And that will be the second out. Runners on second and third. 2 away. So he makes the play. Gets that second out, and that brings up Tommy Helms. So they got first base open. Tommy Helms is a little better hitter. Not a lot. So I think they're just going to go ahead and pitch to Helms, even though he is batting .406. So 4 is in play. 86 is what that was before I rolled it over. 86 will be a ground ball to shortstop. So Sonny Jackson grabs it, fires on to Cepeda, and the Reds blow a good opportunity here in the 4th inning. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors. There were 2 runners left. After 4, the Reds have left 4 on base. We go to the top of the 5th. The Braves still up 2-0 on Hank Aaron's 2-run home run. So Phil Niekro leads off the inning here again. He singled and scored back in the 3rd. Cloninger trying to see if he can stop that this time. Phil Niekro is 2 for 3 on the year. So that's an 8 patient, 0-2, and that will be a walk. Unbelievable. So Cloninger having a hard time here with Niekro. I guess he's getting his revenge from that 3-run home run back in Atlanta on last Sunday. So once again, Phil Niekro leads off by getting on base. He doesn't have I don't have the pitchers try to steal. So Felix Milan will come up. He will get a 12 here. He will sacrifice. And he rolls a 6, so he doesn't. So he will hit away. Tony Perez is in at 3rd, just in case he tries to bunt. That's a wheelhouse, 58, and that's out of his range, thankfully. That's a ground ball to second base, and that's an 11, so that's actually going to be where the runner advances, so that's a slow roller. Tommy Helms runs in and is able to gun down the speedy Felix Milan, but Niekro will make it on to second. So he advances the runner at least. So with 1 out, Felix Milan will step to the plate. Phil Niekro on second base. So far, Felix is 0 for 2. Flied out and grounded out. We get a 6, which is a good pitch by Cloninger. Tough 51 will be a fly ball out to right field. So once again, Pete Rose retires him for out number 2. Well, here we are kind of in the same situation we were last time Hank Aaron was up, 2 outs. First base is open. Do we walk Hank Aaron here? No, I'm gonna pitch to him. Orlando Cepeda can hit. Not as good a year as Aaron had, but still. 2-run home runs better than a 3-run home run. So that's patient. 28. So he walks him anyway. That was one of those intentional walks. So that'll put Hank at first base. So that brings up Orlando Cepeda, who has struck out and flied out so far today. He's got 1 home run on the year. He hit 22 in the real 1969 campaign. So Cloninger trying to bear down here. 7 is patient. 29, and that's a walk. So he's walked the bases loaded for Clete Boyer. So that's 3 walks this inning. 4 on the day. 6 in only 11 innings. So you can see, well, you can't see because it's on the replay, but there's a lot of 5s in the 5 column on the replay. And those of you who know replay know that that's walks. Matter of fact, all his 5 column is 5s. So, all right, Clete Boyer. Nope, we're going to let him see if he can pitch out of this. 2 out, bases loaded. Clete Boyer is singled and flied out to center. He gets a 10, which is a ballpark. 85, that will be in play. Even though Crosley Field is a wheelhouse park. So in play, it's up to 28. So hopefully we can. He rolls a 62, so we got out of that. That's a ground ball to Helms at second. He throws on to Lee May. And Cloninger dodges a bullet. So the Braves load the bases, but aren't able to deliver. No runs, no hits, no errors, but they did leave 3 on. So here we go to the bottom of the 5th. The Reds still down by 2. Thanks to some good pitching there by Cloninger to get out of that jam. So Phil Niekro, his fatigue is 9. He had 21 complete games and 35 starts, so he goes the distance whenever possible. He'll lead off here with Darrell Chaney, who struck out swinging his first at bat. 6 is a tough out. 0-4, and he strikes out swinging again. So Darrell Chaney in his first start of the year is not looking terribly impressive. Cloninger, who struck out swinging as well. Let's see, that was a swinging. That's an 11 ballpark. 33 will be wheelhouse. So he's got a good chance to hit another home run here. 1-31. Can he do it to Niekro again? 42. So that would be just a single. So that would have been funny if he'd have hit Niekro twice for a home run. He came close. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. That's a single for Cloninger. So at least he gets on base for the top of the Cincinnati lineup here. So he's on first, 1 out. Braves will be at double play depth. Bobby Tolen is 1 for 2 with a stolen base, his first stolen base of the season. 9 is in play. 27, that will be a single. 3, the runner advancement. The runner in first just goes 1 base. So Cloninger, the pitcher, obviously not a speed demon on the bases, but the Reds have something going here again. Hopefully we can take advantage of it this time. with Alex Johnson. He's 0 for 2. Again, in a horrible slump to start the season. Just 2 hits and 29 at-bats at this point. He could use a big hit here. He gets the tough out, which would be a strikeout swinging. So that's the 4th strikeout of the season. Big, big, big strikeout for Niekro. He will try to finish the inning here if he can with Pete Rose, who's lined out and singled. He's batting .303. So here again, we got an opportunity. We blundered an opportunity last inning. 4 is in play. 60, and that will be a fly out to Aspromonte in left. He calls for it, and once again the Reds have left 2 runners on, 2 innings in a row. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. After 5, 2-0 Atlanta. So except for that 2-run home run, Cloninger is pitching a pretty good game. He pitched a real good one against him on last Sunday. So he's got Bob Aspromonte, who has walked and hit into a fielder's choice. Batting .400s now on the year. 11 is Wheelhouse, 68. So that's out of his range. See, that one's in the middle there. 66. And that will be a ground ball to Tommy Helms. Scoots over, throws on to first. 1 away here in the 6th. His fatigue rating is 7. He had 6 complete games in 34 starts. So obviously that will take possible effect next inning. Sonny Jackson has singled and flied out. That's 12, which is defense, 54. So 54 on the defense will be an error check on the second baseman, Tommy Helms, who's a 3. Here in Cincinnati, 1 to 45, 3 means an error. And that's a 2, so he makes an error. And then 3 is a 1 base error. So just a 1 base error. So he boots it. It'll be the first error of the day for either team. That will be Tommy Helms' 2nd miscue of the season. So Sonny Jackson reaches on the error. E4. That would be Tommy Helms' error number 2. And we got a 3 on the dice here, so that's probably going to be in Jackson's range. And it is, and he's a C. Bench is a 1. So we've got to C1, which is pretty good. Make sure here. Yep, Jackson is a C. So a C1. Let's see what we can do here. See if Bench can gun him down. That's an 81. That's not probably going to be all right. Yep. Oh, no, that's caught. Wow, C1, 13 to 84 is caught. So Bench throws a rope. And he nails Sonny Jackson as Cheney applies the tag. So Sonny Jackson is caught. Oop, that's not green. That will be black. Caught stealing 2 to 6 for the 2nd out. So the Reds catch a break there. Sonny Jackson tests Johnny Bench's arm and lives to regret it. All right, so with 2 out, Bob Didier, the catcher, will come up. We got 4 in play, 22, and that will be a single. So that makes that caught stealing even more. All right, so the Reds have Didier on, or the Braves have Didier on first with 2 out, and Phil Niekro, who is singled and scored and walked and got as far as third base. So that's tough, 55, and that will be a strikeout swinging. So he got Niekro, finally retired the great hitter Phil Niekro. All right. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 runner left. Bottom of the 6th, the Reds still trying to score. Got kind of a pitcher's duel going here. See if the Reds can figure out Necro this at bat, or this inning rather. So he leads off with Tony Perez. So we've got our sluggers up. Perez, Bench, and Lee May. So far they are an impressive 1 for 6 today with a single. Tony Perez is 0 for 2. So 9 is in play, 98. And that will be a fly ball to left field for the first out. Johnny Bench has the only hit of the 3 with just a single back in the 4th. Five is patient, 33, and that will be a single. So Bench gets his second base hit of the day. As much as you like that, Bench, you would hope more than singles from Bench, however. So his 4D, got a 5, so he will not try to steal. The Braves at double play depth, of course, for Lee May, who's 0 for 2. His double play rating is just 6, which isn't too bad for a big man who plays first base. So we got a tough 0-4. That will be a strikeout swinging. So another big quality strikeout there for Phil Necro. And that's 2 away. So the Reds just not able to get anything on Necro. Necro's getting his ERA down. He's at 3.95 now. And he will face Tommy Helms, who is singled and grounded out. So here with 2 out. Oop. We got a 3, which is defense 10. I have to bring it over here to see it. So that will be a range on the second baseman, Felix Milan. His range is C. So 1 to 48 will be a hit. That's a 97, so that would be an out. Out number 5, that'd be a ground ball. So Milan grabs it, fires on to first, and the Reds are blanked once again. Right through the heart of their lineup, too. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 runner left. Go to the top of the 7th, and the Braves are still holding on to that 2-run lead. So they will lead off with their leadoff hitter. So Cloninger is in his fatigue inning, but he's only given up 2 runs, so as long as he doesn't give up another one, he's still good to go. Philippe Alou is 0 for 3. His average is down to 175. So he is 7. That'll be patient 68. And that will be a fly ball to Tolen in center field. 1 away. Felix Milan. He's 0 for 3 as well. So Cloninger has done a good job. The Braves only have 5 hits, but the big one is Hank Aaron's 2-run home run in the 3rd. 6 is tough, 84, and that will be a ground ball to Cheney. Fires on to Lee May, and they are quickly 2 away. And Hank Aaron steps to the plate. He has hit the home run and walked, and also grounded out to Lee May unassisted. 6 is tough, 20, and Cloninger gets him this time. Struck him out swinging. So Aaron not able to catch up to the fastball. Must have been expecting something else. So Cloninger retires the Braves in order here in the 7th rather. And that is just the 2nd time today he's been able to accomplish that, the other time being the 1st inning. 7th inning stretch time. 2-0 Braves. So Phil Necro. So this is his fatigue inning is the 8th. So he's still good to go. So he will lead off against Daryl Cheney. And we'll let him hit. Pinch hit for Cloninger, obviously. Needs some offense. Daryl Cheney has struck out swinging twice. So he is in play 47, and that will be a line out to Sonny Jackson at shortstop. 1 away. So let's see who we have on the bench here. The Reds bench isn't terribly impressive. Let's see. Who we got that can hit righties? Looks like Fred Savage might be our best bet. Yep, so let's go with Fred Savage. We'll let him pinch hit for Cloninger. So far, he is 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. He had the clutch hit against the Dodgers, the second game of the season. A pinch hit. I believe it was a double. Yep. So he's 1 for 3 totally. So righty against righty, however. Ted Savage. A pinch hit. He runs 8 for a. So see if he can get something going here against Phil Necro. The Reds have 7 hits. All of them singles. And that will be an 8. That's a tough 85. And he will ground out to shortstop. Sonny Jackson throws him out. And there are 2 away for Bobby Tolen. He's 2 for 3 today, batting .429. He keeps getting on base, but he keeps getting left there. 6 will be a tough out. And that will be for Tolen a tough 57 against a righty. So that will be a ground ball to third base. Clete Boyer scoops it up and throws him out. So the Reds go down in order here in the 7th. Phil Necro still mowing them down. We go to the top of the 8th. So the Reds need a new pitcher. We will go. They had 2 pitchers that pitched most of the time. Wayne Granger had 90 relief appearances, and Clay Carroll had 67. And then next up is 19 and 19 with Fisher and Culver. We've got a 2-run lead. I'd like to see if we can maybe try to win this game. So let's go with Clay Carroll. So Clay Carroll is 1-0 with a 3.60 ERA. Grab his card. Put Cloninger back in the pile. He is the second most starts. He had a pretty rough year. He's 11 and 17 with a 5.03 ERA, which is not terribly impressive. So Clay Carroll, we'll see if he can hold the Braves here in the 8th. See if we can get some offense. So Clay Carroll. Righty. He will be facing 4, 5, and 6. So Orlando Cepeda is 0 for 2 with a walk. Seven is in play, 46. And that will be a ground ball to third. Tony Perez makes the stab and throws on for out number 1. Clete Boyer is 1 for 3 today. 8 is tough. 16, and that will be struck out swinging. So that's the 7th time this year that Clete Boyer has been retired on a strikeout. And there's 2 away for Bob Aspromonte, who's 0 for 2 with a walk. So that's 11, which is patient. 33 on patient against a righty will be a single. So Aspromonte is able to manage a 2-out single. So he's a 3F, got an 11, so that won't be enough. So he hangs out at first, and Sonny Jackson, who is singled and reached on an error on Tommy Helms, looking for a 2-out hit here. And that's a 9 in play, 11, and that will be a single. Aspromonte is a 6, so he doesn't get the automatic 2 bases. So we got a 3. So look at our runner advancement chart. So 3 is 1 base. So the slow running Aspromonte is only able to get to second. But Braves have 2 runners on with 2 out, with the catcher Bob Didier, who is 1 for 3 today, due up next. So Clay Carroll running into a little trouble here in the top of the 8th. Trying to buckle down and see if he can retire Didier. 4 is defense, 23. 23 will be the range of the shortstop. Cheney is a C, so 1 to 48. Didier has a hit. So that's a 93, so he is not able to it. Cheney's able to get to it. And 10 on the out is to the shortstop is a pop out. So he pops it up. Cheney calls everyone off, and that retires the Braves in the 8th inning. No runs, 2 base hits, no errors, 2 runners left. Go to the bottom of the 8th. We still have a 2-0 game. Low scoring affair here at Crosley Field. So Phil Niekro is up against 2, 3, and 4. So this is an opportunity, probably the opportunity. This is Niekro's inning of fatigue, but so far he has a shutout going. 7 hits over 7 innings. He's got his ERA down to 360. So 10 is tough, 76. And that's a fly ball out to Philippe Alou. Johnson continues to struggle. I don't believe I've ever seen anybody go quite this long that is off quite that bad. So he's just not getting any breaks at all. Pete Rose is 1 for 3. Looking to get something going here. 4, 5, and 6 up behind him. 9 is in play. 94 won't do it. That will be a fly ball out to right field. Hank Aaron comes in a couple steps. And Phil Niekro continues to baffle the Red hitters. Tony Perez is 0 for 3. Eight is tough. 73. Ground ball to Felix Milan. And he makes the play. For the 2nd inning in a row, the Reds go down in order. And we head to the 9th, 2-0. So Clay Carroll, his fatigue is long, so that means he can go 3 innings or 3 runs. So he will lead off here with Niekro, who is 1 for 2 with a walk. 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 1 6 is patient. 19, and that will be a double. So I believe that's Necro's first double of the year. He did have 4 in real life, so he could hit, but he's having an extraordinarily good game today. So that will be his first double of the year. Let's see, that's a 9. So that would be an opposite field shot. So he finds a hole and Rose runs it down, but not before Necro finds himself at second base with his first double of the season. It's just the second extra base hit this game. The other one obviously being Hank Aaron's home run. So he hits double number 1. And once again, for the third time, he leads off the inning with getting on base. So Felipe Alou is up. Let's see, he's got a 12, and he will try to sacrifice. And he won't. Lee May is in at first, however, just in case. 7 is in play, 82. And that will be a ground ball to shortstop. So that was hit right in front of Necro, so he will have to hold at second. So Felipe Alou's not able to advance the runner. So Clay Carroll gets the important first out. That brings up Felix Milan, who is 0 for 4. That's an in play, 55. And that will be a ground ball to second base, so that will advance the runner. However, that will be the second out of the inning. Necro heads on to third. And we got Hank Aaron with first base open once again. So he has hit a 2-run home run. Again, with Orlando Cepeda hitting behind him, you just can't hardly walk him. Again, a 2-run home run is better than a 3-run home run. But Aaron, for the year, batted .300, had 44 home runs, .396 on base, .607 slugging. So he had quite the year, and looks like he is off to repeating it here in the replay. So 9 is in play, and that will be a single. So he drives him in for his first, or his 9th RBI of the day, and they get an important insurance run. I think Phil Necro's the star of the game. Him or Aaron won between the two of them there. Wheeling and dealing. So Aaron has got a 4 on his running. He got a 9 there. So he will not be going anywhere. And here is Orlando Cepeda. So Clay Carroll trying to see if he can limit the damage to that 1 run. 3 is patient, 79. And he does. Cepeda grounds to Cheney at shortstop. Fires on to Lee May, but not before the Braves tack on 1 more run. All 3 driven in by Hank Aaron. 1 runner left. So here we go, the bottom of the 9th. Phil Necro seeing if he can hold on to this shutout. He's got 5, 6, and 7 to face. Johnny Bench has 2 singles and 3 plate appearances. He's got his average up to 286. However, 1 RBI, no home runs. So I'd like to see more than that from Bench, who had 26 in real life. So we got a 5 that's patient, but 82 is going to be too high, and he grounds out to Sonny Jackson, 1 away. Lee May. He's 0 for 3, struck out swinging his last plate appearance. His average is down to 194. 7 is in play. However, 83 again won't cut it. He grounds out 6-3. 1 more out. And that will be the end of the game. It's up to Tommy Helms. He's 1 for 3 today. 382 on the year. So 12 is patient, 0-1, and he will draw a walk. I believe that is the first walk today issued by Phil Necro. So we're going to pinch hit for Cheney. That guy just can't hit. Let's see. Of course, we don't have a lot of better options, unfortunately. Let's let Woody Woodward. So Woody Woodward, who had the day off, he's batting 148 with a RBI. Righty, Woody Woodward. Just going to pinch hit here. Yeah, the Reds bench is not terribly impressive. We'll see what he can do. 10 is tough. 41 on tough. And he strikes out swinging, and that is the ball game. So let's get back here to our screen. So as you can see, Phil Necro gets the win, so he gets his revenge on Tony Cloninger. He goes 1-1. Tony Cloninger goes to 1-1 as well. The MVP of the game is Phil Necro. We'll check out the box score here. So the Reds go to 4-4. Atlanta is 6-5. We are now 3-2 against Atlanta. The hitting star, other than Phil Necro, who ended up getting 2 runs scored, was Hank Aaron, who had the RBI single and the 2-run home run, opposite field shot. And Phil Necro shuts out the Reds. So let's head to the other games here. As you can see earlier today, my Baltimore Orioles got beat 5-3. Frank Robinson hit his 6th home run, but it wasn't enough. Well, we can finish this out here. So the Astros 7-4 up against the Dodgers, and the Dodgers win 4-3 in 13 innings. Chicago 4-6 against Montreal, the new expansion team, and Montreal wins 3-2. Mudcat Grant with the win, and so they go to 4-6. Chicago off to a slow start at 4-7. Pittsburgh is 6-4 against Philadelphia 3-6, and Pittsburgh goes to 7-4 with the shutout by Steve Blass. Philadelphia drops to 3-7. The expansion San Diego Padres are 1-9 against the 6-3 Giants. Hey, and the Padres managed their 2nd win of the year. Looks like they beat Gaylord Perry, who's 1-1. And here, New York 7-3 against St. Louis 6-4. Tom Seaver against Bob Gibson. Seaver is 2-0. Gibson is 0-2. So let's see. And Seaver beats him again. Seaver's beat him once already. And so New York goes to 8-3. Seaver 3-0. St. Louis, who is who are the defending National League champions, dropped to 6-5, and Gibson drops to 0-3. Another pitching duel there. So there you have it. I appreciate it very much. So I hope you enjoyed the first game with the Cincinnati Reds, and I'll catch you next time.